Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Drakensang. So seeing as the game seems to be implying that we can never come back to Moorbridge again for some reason, I don't know why, doesn't seem necessary in any way at all, I think we should probably try and clear some side quests, and I fucking hate Drakensang and I fucking hate its side quests, but we won't have a chance to do them. So the Bolton card trick, find the thief. The thief is in the inn. Now, I actually checked a walkthrough because we've not been in an inn. Okay, and it seems like I've done something wrong. I missed an inn. But I haven't. There is no fucking inn. The little pier where we found all the rats, that was down the back of the inn. That is the inn. So, I mean, was it really so much effort to just copy and paste a building as an inn? I mean, could you not even do that? I mean, I'm pretty sure even Neverwinter Nights 2, which is pretty much a 0 out of 10 example of how to make a role-playing game, probably had an inn that they could copy and paste in. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? Ah, just fucking cut. So this building here is the inn, I think. That's what the walkthrough suggested, where we fought the rats on the pier. So this is the inn. You can actually get in. Wow, look at that. Look at the effort. Look at the effort. Oh, it's the same, literally the same inn as you get in the town.
On occasion of tomorrow's festivities, a feast will be held in honor of Boron. So knock the dust out of your best rags and bring a healthy appetite with you.
Yeah, all the conversations trigger at once. I didn't know you could come in here. There you go.
Moorbridge is in a pretty pickle without a bailiff. Why did he have to go and push up daisies right now?
Yeah, I know. The village wouldn't be so bad if we slaughtered the rest of you. And what about that cunt Moorland? Would she be a possibility for the bailiff's post? No, the Boron Deants have little interest in worldly matters. Besides, she has enough to do in this accursed area, watching over the peaceful repose of the dead.
Listen up, everyone. Let's celebrate the return of our good friend Moorland. The next round is on the house.
Here you go. Bit of personality in the game. I can't believe it.
Who would have thought that our bailiff would end like this? Well, in the end, it's his own fault.
Now the bailiff is dead. Perhaps I can fill his position. Then I'll see to it troublemakers like you are kept out of Moorbridge for good.
That's alright. I'll just take that abuse from some unknown NPC in a bar for absolutely no reason. Why? Why am I taking that abuse? He tried to kill me out in the street, and he's saying he's gonna fucking throw me out the village. Why do I want to take that shit from these idiots? I told you that Moorland would come back, didn't I? Your sulking isn't going to change that either. Oh, just be quiet.
Aha! You want to talk to me, I suppose?
Not really. I'd rather slash my own wrists, but I'm recording an LP, so I better had to. No, I don't think so. Talk to someone else. I'm not feeling talkative. Will you at least give me your name? Crobber. That's enough for now. I want to drink my beer.
Anyone else want a fresh
Well, that's
pint
all
of
that we're ever
beer?
going to get because they've locked the fucking location off.
Yes? Do you want to talk to me?
No, not really. Nyla, don't talk to these. Crobber, what's the big idea? Sometimes you're unbearable. Please don't take any offence. It is simply his way. Be a complete bore, out of all proportion. He insults people without even thinking. That's because there's no comeuppance in this society for picking a fight and threatening people and being a complete dick to them in a pub. In real life, you'd get fucking punched in the face if you act like all these dickheads do. You delivered us from the clutches of that tyrannical bailiff and returned our Deant. Many thanks to you. Please take these herbs as a token of my profound gratitude. That is not necessary. Yes, it is necessary! I want the fucking herbs! Please take them. How can I help you? Who are you, may I ask? My name is Nilla, at your service. I'm the only herb collector in the moor. I'd be happy to sell you some herbs. And I'm Schwarze Auge, hero on the Dragon Quest. Oh, so you're a Dragon Quest hero. It's an honour. Can I look at your herbs?
Sour cream stew left.
Maybe I should get... Can you tell me something about this shithole village you're in? About Moorbridge. Now that Morland is back with us again, at last, and you have delivered most of the undead, I see a rosy future for this place. The peat cutters will ensure a modest income, and will make the abandoned houses and farmsteads in the area fit to live in again. I'd like to know a bit more about someone from here. Tell me about Burgess Scheffler. I don't like talking about the dead, especially not when they have just passed. Tell me about Morland. Ah, good Morland. If I had anything to say about it, she would be considered for the bailiff of Moorbridge post. She alone brightens up this place, and also has the sense to govern it. But alas, she has dedicated herself to Boron. Yet she always manages to attend to the needs of the here and now, time and again, which was not the case with any of the previous bailiffs. Sometimes I ask myself in private if Boron really is who she feels closest to. She's somewhat too lively, if you know what I mean. But that's what I like about her. She is one of the very few bright spots in my life. In particular, she was always there for me when my husband was swallowed up by the moor. I hope nothing has happened to her, and she comes back soon. Yeah, she's already back. Funny that they dated the bailiff and not that one. Tell me about this dickhead Crobber. Crobber is actually a peat cutter. Occasionally he comes into the village if there is a body to be laid to rest. What's the meaning of this? Are you chatting about me here? Enough. Tell me about yourself. You want to know something about me? Very well. My husband and I ran the mill some years ago. One night he upped and disappeared without a trace, and even today I don't know if he fell victim to the moor or the undead. A few weeks before he vanished he was acting more and more oddly, and during his final days he was literally out of his senses. He had delusions and temper tantrums. Ultimately he tore down the footbridge to the watermill while I was in the village. He wouldn't let anyone near him, not even me. I was broken for a long time after his disappearance. Thanks to Morland, our Boron Deont, who cared for me with heartwarming devotion, I was able to live with the loss and the uncertainty. Even the innkeeper was good to me and assigned me a small room at the inn. I sometimes help him out in exchange. But mostly I gather herbs in the moor and sell them since my husband disappeared. With all the undead though, I've only been able to gather herbs during the midday hours and not far from the village. That's why I don't have a big selection.
There's some sour cream stew left.
Oh, a new face. You don't see many of those here in Moorbridge.
You are causing quite a stir. You sent Burgess to the grave and brought our Boron Deont back to us. You have done more than everyone else put together in many years. My goodness. When I first laid eyes on you, I expected something to happen, but this here has surpassed all my expectations by quite a bit. What's your name? I'm Ilra. What's yours? Schwarze Auge. Welcome to Moorbridge, Schwarze Auge. What can you tell me about this village? As far as I know, this place was originally a woodcutter settlement. In my eyes, it's nothing more than an ugly strip of marshland now. If only my husband agreed, I would leave Moorbridge sooner rather than later. If we did that, she could stay with my sister in Furdock at first. She was the only clever one in our family and married outside of Moorbridge. I don't...
There's
I'm
some
really-
sour cream stew left.
really not in the mood. I'm going to call an end to the recording, but not the episode because it's very short. When I have some more constitution for this shit, I'll come back. okay, it's only been
Anyone
about
else want a
30
fresh
minutes.
pint of beer?
But I'm going to try and get this
There you are again.
pub done, and then I'll probably have another break. And then it depends how long it's been. It's probably going to be about a 20-minute video at that point, so it's probably not enough. So I'll probably have another break, drown my sorrows some more, come back, try and finish Moorbridge, and then I can stop recording Drakensang, and I'll clear my hard drive. Tell me about yourself. It's basically the same thing we've already learned. Tell me about the innkeeper. Pebblebeer, he is a good-hearted soul. I often ask myself how he manages to serve up even one decent meal with the ingredients that can be scraped together from the moor, but he guards his recipes very closely. Otherwise, he is an honest and generous man who has time to listen to our worries. He was always the mediating force between Moorland and Burgess. Now that the bailiff is no more, I'm hoping that those two will manage to get our village to flourish once more. Tell me about your husband. Wigger, my husband, by Travia. Wigger is my bearded brother. I have a husband too, but he is at home in our fort-like hut, watching over our children. I took my brother when his wife sent him to the Nameless One. Actually, I'm only here to persuade Wigger to finally come home before he drinks himself to death. Why, does he have to play Drakensang? Does he spend his weekends playing Drakensang? He appears quite sober for all that. He seems to be able to hold his liquor well. Oh yes, that's his only talent. But my dear brother can't seem to stop today and is drinking one round after the other. It will soon be so dark that it will be too dangerous to go home. Then we'll have to spend the night here, like so many times before. Tell me about the Moorbridge militia, the people who tried to murder me like 20 minutes ago. The village militia is a somewhat tricky subject. Some of them are really decent people, like Petler and Mirosh, and it's better to avoid others like Peters and Saltstone. They have the bailiff's interests more in mind than those of the villagers. One really special person is Hamwin. You'll find him up at the Boron Temple. He has the soul of a child, but also a child's mind. I have a feeling that the bailiff exploits Hamwin's naivety shamelessly, so be on alert. Well, it's not a problem anymore.
There's some sour cream stew left.
Don't you have time for a little small talk? There have been very few travelers coming through Moorbridge lately, and I do so enjoy exchanging news with strangers and telling them about myself, my deeds, and my work.
Your deeds? Your work? You don't do a thing besides emptying one tankard after the other and holding people up with your gabbing. Ara, not in front of strangers. What are people to think of us? Alright, tell me about yourself in brief. Very well, I'll try not to stray from the subject. I was born as Wigger, and I'm the oldest of 3 brothers and 2 sisters. My parents perished at the hands of the undead. I'm actually a peat cutter, and live somewhat beyond the village, but in these sad times I'm with my family seldom, and have to dig all the more graves for that. Dig graves? You the local gravedigger? I was just gonna tell you about that. A resolution was made at one time that our dear Moorland should not have to dig graves in addition to her other tasks, so I took on that job a few years ago. Before you ask, Moorland is our village's Boron Daon, a really decent sort, considering that she's a woman. Chap, does one speak of a Daon that way? That would be of great interest to me too, Wigger. I didn't mean it that way. She's an honourable woman, but also an honourable man. No, I mean, that's not what's important anyway. I don't even want to talk about her, but about myself. You can see that only leads to misunderstanding. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, too many graves have had to be dug recently, all because of this damn plague of undead. Our Moorland went out to the moor to find the cause of the situation. Damn me, now I'm talking about her again. In this case, that's not our concern. I already knew that Moorland went out into the moor, so go on right ahead. I better not do. It's too easy for me to say too much. Just the other day, I actually said something about Cropper's treasure. Oh dear. Cropper's treasure. What kind of treasure? What? How? Curses! My mother was right. I was and will always be a bungler. Listen, you're being a bit too hard on yourself. I won't test your discretion. What? What? Why the fuck am I not getting the information about the fucking treasure out of him? What is wrong with this fucking game? What kind of fucking adventurer hears about treasure from a fucking drunkard and just... Oh, I'm not going to press you on it. I wish you a pleasant evening. No. This is dumb. Thank you, and a good evening to you too. Why? Why? Why would we not want to hear about the fucking treasure? What kind of pussy do you play in this game? He's just telling us he's... Well, he said bungler, not burglar. We'll presume he's a burglar. Fucking hell.
Good choice.
This is... How can you not... Who is this game written for? Why... Why would you... Why do we not want to know about the treasure? Why? I mean, I can't even buy a fucking suit of armor, and we're in the 3rd fucking town of the game, and we're level 5, and we can't buy a fucking suit of armor anywhere, and now we're turning down treasure. Why? Why are we turning down treasure? I'm a motherfucking pirate. I'm a motherfucking pirate finding out about treasure in a fucking bar. I don't want to fucking find out about it. I need to go do some more drinking in real life. Here we are, resuming the adventures of the swashbuckling pirate, Swartzbold Hjordsson, with an allergy to treasure
Anyone else want a fresh
and
pint
a
of beer?
fetish for getting abused in pubs. Yeah, there's that kind of pirate. Corona.
Greetings. By the looks of your clothing, you're not from here either. And I thought I was the only outsider here.
Oh, she's got real nice eyes. The way things look, you are not that at all by a long shot. My name is Swartzbold Hjordsson. Might I ask why you're here and what your name is? You may, at least in regards to my name, Belissa Greenmon. Pleased to meet you. You weren't outside at the lynching. One can scarcely hold it against me that I might prefer not to witness the superstitious ceremony. I might have very well been the next victim, because coughing is seen as the first sign of becoming undead. The irony of fate, the bailiff became the first victim of his own bloodthirstiness. You seem to have been afflicted by a severe malady going by that bad cough plaguing you. Yes, it has gotten particularly worse over the last few days. But that is not my biggest concern at the moment. If you don't want to tell me what circumstance brings you here, then may I at least know the reasons for your reticence? Well, oh, what the heck. Let's save the chit-chat and put our cards on the table. Soapstone from Furdock sent you. Isn't that true? Well, actually, yes. Yes, the description Hay gave me fits you very closely, in fact. If you had not confessed first, I would surely have brought it up, Thalia. I wouldn't have been like, nah, you take all that treasure. Nah, you just abused me. I was fine. That's a funny line, because actually, that is exactly what you'd fucking do in this game. Thalia de Ravendosa, if you please. To get straight to the point, I didn't want to clean Soapstone out, at least not to that extent. I myself am the victim of appalling circumstances that forced me to that act of desperation. I'll make you a business proposition. Even more than that, I'm asking for your help. I'm somewhat surprised. To be honest, I was sure that you were going to deny the theft. But above all, I asked myself why you specifically chose Moorbridge as your hiding place. I'll explain it all to you. It's quite a long story, however. Oh. I don't have much time, but I will hear your story. Just tell me the important points very briefly. Very well. Very briefly, the necklace that I'm wearing is cursed. Recently I learned how the curse can be removed. To this end, I must go into one of the crypts that are scattered across the moor, and because it is too dangerous for me to go into the moor alone, I need your help. Should you stick with me, you'll get Soapstone's belongings back once the curse has been banished. That's why I need you to escort me, so that I can take the necklace back to the place it belongs. Please protect me on the way to that crypt. I'll not only replace the valuables I lifted from Soapstone, but also reimburse you your own expenses. Very well, show me where the crypt is and I'll escort you there. Thank you.
Some sour cream stew left. Greetings. I am the innkeeper Pebblebeer. It was you that brought Moreland back home to us. If you need a soft bed for the night or any information, just come to me. And if a good meal or a fine ale is your desire, then look no further. Both are more than affordable at my inn.
Since you rescued our Deont and helped us get rid of our bailiff, I give double thanks to you. Thank you for bringing our good Moreland home safely. We, the villagers of Moorbridge, owe you great thanks for ridding us of our ill-tempered bailiff. And murderous! He was trying to murder me, and he was trying to murder some peddler out in the street. He's not ill-tempered, he's a murderer. We don't want any other side quests.
Anyone else want a fresh pint of beer?
No. What can you tell me about Moorbridge? There isn't much to tell, to be honest. Originally, it was a woodcutter settlement, whose residents eventually ensured the gradual disappearance of all the trees in the area. This place is also said to have been one of the numerous battlegrounds of the Magic Wars, but I don't know much about that. However, what is clear is that many believe that a lot of dark and strange things in the moor resulted from those wars. Round for everyone here at my expense? No. No. What? But they're sitting on treasure. They're sitting on treasure that I'm not interested in, and I'm going to buy them a round of drinks. God, no. This is a role-playing game. What role am I playing? Fucking mentally handicapped? I don't even know. I've no idea whose actions they would be. Literally no idea whose action that would be. In the whole universe, in all works of fiction, who would do that? Fuck you. Why would what character would do any of these things? I've played lots of games. Lots of computer games. I've played lots of pen and paper games with lots of different people. Over the course of... And I'm... literally more than half my life. I'm 32. What's year 10? 14? So literally more than half my life I've been playing role-playing games. Generally, twice a week-ish. Right? For that length of time. And I don't know the actions of anybody I've ever played with ever. Any character they've ever played with. Not my mate's barbarian who threw all our magic items off the edges of cliffs whenever he could get a chance to. Would act like this bunch of idiots. I literally played a character who got addicted to drugs in Dark Heresy and wanted to die, and his actions made a lot more sense and were a lot more productive than the options you get in this game. Oh no, there's crabs this way. Oh, right, let's make sure we go into the right tomb. She's marked it on the map. She's marked it on the map. But thanks to this dickhead, they've marked everything on the map. Right, that's not this episode. That's not this episode. No chance. Let's try and avoid crabs. We don't want to get crabs. We'll go see Brado instead. I wonder why it gives you the option of being a pirate. Because there's obviously no way that was factored into the actual game at all. I don't know what class or personality you're meant to have. I genuinely don't know what archetype would behave anything like this at all. Even like a really overeager torchbearer would not turn down the chance to get treasure and then want to buy them all drinks for it. I mean, is this how the writers of this game behave in role-playing games? It cannot be. It cannot possibly be. I mean, I murdered another angel in Hatmaster, but never mind.
There you are again.
Have you been able to find the Boron Deont? Yes, I was able to track her down in the moor. Morland returned to the Boron Temple where she's safe and sound. Well, I'm really glad to hear that. So the journey was not entirely in vain, despite all the associated terrible experiences. Please tell her that the package is down here waiting for her to pick it up. I already told her that. I had to tell her that to unlock this conversation. I don't want to go back into the village anymore, not after that execution incident. You already know that, because I had that in the conversation that unlocked this conversation. And please take this bottle of perfume as a small reward for returning Moorland. It helps splendidly against the reek from the moor. Incidentally, I'm really, really into perfumes in real life as well. I already told her that you're down here. In fact, I already told her that exact conversation. She should be visiting soon. Wouldn't it be better... What? Yeah, wouldn't it be better to go on your way by yourself? No, why would it? Then he's more likely to... That doesn't make any sense. I've told her that you're down here. She'll be visiting you soon. Yet, wouldn't it be better to go on your way by yourself once you've been recovered from the fright? What? Why would he be better on his own? He was just about to get killed. Hanged for murder because he came here on his own. How would he be better off having that happen to him? A peddler that doesn't even dare to climb a hill. No, that's not what he's afraid of. He's not afraid of climbing the hill. He's afraid that all the villagers want to murder him. Like, literally just happened, and they literally tried to do to me as well. That's what he's afraid of, being ambushed. Like, has literally happened twice since we come to this village. That's why he's afraid of the village. We know that. Thanks for the reward. What? Why on earth? That doesn't make any sense. He's afraid because they tried to murder him. The same people that tried to murder me that we didn't give a shit about. I guess at least we're consistent. We don't give a shit that people tried to murder me. We don't give a shit that people tried to murder Brado Bento. No, we don't understand why he's fucking afraid of them. He's afraid of them because they tried to fucking murder him, just like they did me. Fucking hell. What fucking character motivation would... How can we not empathise with that? I mean, I'm not an empathetic person, but that's very clear. Oh, we might actually benefit from them, maybe. If they're just legs, although I think we need just the opposite. We've got grease that we put on our feet. But maybe then we could put the sandals on our fucking shins. Ah. I'm thinking like Drakensang now. Oops, I didn't mean that. I'm definitely not gonna do that. Definitely not gonna do that. We can't do that. Right, I don't think we need to do anything there. Oh, it's closed. No, it's open. It's just that's flashing like a maniac. Oh, it's the crypts then, isn't it? Because we've got to do the crypts because we can't do anything else, because if we leave Moorbridge, we're not allowed to come back for some reason that was never explained and makes absolutely no sense. I don't know why we can't come back here. I don't know why we can't go back to the first village either. Can I really be fucked with this? I could just cheat and just look up what fucking crypt she needs. Or I could just drag the LP out and make that its own episode, couldn't I? I don't know how long it's been. It's been in lots of bits. I'll have another drink and then I'll come back. Thank you for watching. No, my commiserations for watching. I don't really see why you're going to come back for the next episode. I just do it as a sense of duty, as a sense of pride that every LP I started on my channel and finished, and that's the way I want it to continue. Bye forever.